Hey guys, what is up? Sorry about the camera angle. I am here to talk about my favorite novels so far. I hate saying what my favorite novels are, period, because they always change. But these are my top 5 right now. So this is 2020 of, what is it, June 9th of 2020. And these are my top 5 favorite books right now. So we're going to start, I don't have it organized correctly, but we are going to start at my number 5 favorite, and that is WZMB by Andre Duza. Now, this book was just fantastic. I love the writing style of it, where it's all written in like script format, and I enjoyed it a lot. Like, this book was just fantastic. I could not put it down. It was just fun read overall, and yeah, so that's my number 5. You can see what kind of list this is gonna be. This is gonna be one of those like rapid fire, like not even gonna tell you the synopsis or anything like that. Just WZMB was great by Andre Duza. So next, a list of top 5 horror lists wouldn't be anything if you didn't have a Stephen King book in it. So I have Pet Sematary by Stephen King. This is my favorite Stephen King book. A close second is Christine by Stephen King, obviously. This is my favorite Stephen King book, though. It was one of my first Stephen King books I ever read, besides Carrie. I read Carrie first, and then I read Pet Sematary, the audiobook with Dexter, or what his real name was, is Michael C. Hall. He narrated Pet Sematary, and it was amazing. Then I went and bought the paperback and the hard book, I bought both hard copies, the paperback and the hardback. Pet Sematary is one of the most frightening books ever. It has one scene that always chokes me up. It just kind of comes out of nowhere, you know. 1 second everything's fine, the next they're at a funeral, and it's like, it's so sad, and it always catches me off guard. So yeah, Pet Sematary is number 4. Alright, and WZMB is the only one I don't own a physical copy of, so maybe one day. But right now it's only an ebook, so, or well, I only own the ebook copy. So number 3 for my favorite, and this one's a little dusty because it's been sitting on the shelf for a while, so let me just really quickly clean it off. Alright, so the next one, number 3, is Knuckles Supper by Drew Stepek. This book is a book that I'm surprised a lot of people don't know of. Chilling Tales for Dark Nights did a audio narrative of this on their channel. If you look up Knuckles Supper by Drew Stepek on YouTube, it should pop up. Chilling Tales for Dark Nights did a full book in audio format, and it's amazing. Jason Hill's the most amazing narrator I've ever met. Matt Godfrey's a good one too, but Jason Hill is just so amazing. And I had to buy both copies. I own the sequel, but I haven't read it yet. But it's basically kind of about vampires, like drug-addicted vampires, and it's a really, really good take on the vampire. I like this book a lot, like a lot. Like, from Jailbait all the way to, oh, what was his name? I know it's on the back here, RJ. RJ and Jailbait were just amazing characters, and I just enjoyed them a lot. And yeah, check out Drew Stepek. He's also from Michigan, which makes him really cool. I know it won't matter to you guys, but when I find a Michigander author, it's amazing. I liked this book before I knew he was a Michigan author. He lives in Rochester, or in Royal Oak, and yeah. So that is Drew Stepek's Knuckles Supper. Very gory book, and very, very well written. It's from first person, and it's just great. I liked it a lot. So yeah, that's my 3rd favorite. So now we're in the top 2 territory. If you know what my favorite coming of age novels are, then you know what my top 2 are going to be. But number 2 is The Traveling Vampire Show by Richard Lehman. Just fantastic book. I enjoy everything. There was like barely any horror in this book until you got to the end. That's where all the horror happens. And it's just a fantastic book overall. I hear people say this is like tame layman, but that's good for me because sometimes layman can get a little out of control with his writing. And I feel like this was a good taste of Richard Layman, a good take of his. Like, he really reeled back a little bit and just told an interesting story. I really, really enjoyed this story a lot. I don't even remember. I think the main character's name was Danny or something like that. I don't remember the main character's name, but it doesn't even say it on the back here. But this book was fantastic. Fantastic. Leading all the way up to the traveling vampire show was fun. The friends were cool. Even though one friend was irritating, I could not wait till he died. And when he died, it was, well, if he dies, I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but I am ruining it for you guys. But anyways, yeah, there's just so much to love about this book. I loved it so much. It's my second favorite book of all time. And then my first, it should be obvious. This one is signed by the author. I always like to show that off. And this is Fear by Ronald Kelly. Yes, my favorite book of all time is Fear by Ronald Kelly. Just a fantastic book. When I read it, I felt like it had everything in it. It had love. It had sad scenes galore. It had some really intense moments, and overall, this is just the pinnacle of coming of age. Ronald Kelly just is amazing. I can't say anything more about Ronald Kelly than I already have. I've read 2 books of his, well, 2.5 books of his. I've read this one, then his Halloween collection, which was great. Mr. Glowbones is a good story, but Mr. Mack and the Monster Mobile is like my favorite short story of all time. I think it's number 3 in my favorite short stories of all time. I forget the list, but Fear by Ronald Kelly is amazing. I highly recommend it. It's a big one. I'm not gonna lie. It took me a while to read. This whopper comes in at, let me see here, 477 pages, so almost, it's shy of 23 pages of 500. Yeah, amazing book. I could not tell you enough good things about this book. I wish I had the Sematary Dance edition of this book, or it was a Thunderstorm books. I forget, one of the two. I think it's Thunderstorm books now that I'm thinking about it. That their copy of Fear just looks so pretty, and I wish I owned it. It's like $100 on eBay, and I'll never have enough for that. But yeah, this is my favorite book of all time. Now, why I'm making this list right now is because I want to see what next year, when I come around this day and I get a notification saying, oh, remember this video, you know? Just every year I want to do at least one of these videos and just share what my new favorites are. I'm currently reading a book, and I think it has potential to be a top 5 for sure. And that is The Stickman by Edward Lee. And this is not even one of his highly regarded books. Anytime I hear Edward Lee, I think of Header, Big Head, The Black Train. I hear those stories, but I never hear this story per se. And I'm enjoying it a lot. It's not gory at all, but I'm sure there will be some gory scenes soon. So far, there's been 4 deaths. 4 deaths, right? Yeah, 4 deaths. And none of them have been really significant, other than one. One was kind of significant, now that I'm thinking about it. But this book is slowly becoming a favorite of mine. I am 98 pages into it, and it is 195 pages long. So I have, 97 pages to go until I finish this book. So I'm like halfway there. And I'm thoroughly enjoying this book. This book is so good. But I just wanted to share with you guys my top 5 favorite books at the moment. I have a desk set up, so it's not really a desk per se, but it's something I can mount my laptop on, and it's gonna be right in front of my bookcase, not my new one, but the old one. I just have to clean off the couch in my room, and then I can start shooting videos more properly again. Because laying on my bed talking to you guys is probably not the best way to convey my videos. But this has been my top 5 favorite novels. I'm gonna hit you with a top 5 favorite novellas soon. Just because I want to see where this well, maybe I should do it all in one video. I don't know. Well, those are my top favorite novels. I do have the list for my favorite novellas here. If you want, I can do that now. You know what? Yeah, let's just do it. Let's do it in one video, so I don't have to make 2 videos and then have to find them later on a year from now. So let's just do it all and compact it in one video. So my top favorite novellas go: The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker is number 1. I know I'm doing this in the opposite order, my bad. Number 2 is Jacked by Shane McKenzie. Number 3 is The Turtle Boy by Keelan Patrick Burke. In the Scrape by James Newman and Mark Steensland. And Korean Road by Brian Scott. Those are my 5 favorite novellas. They're all amazing. They're like so good. The Turtle Boy was amazing. Like, the reason why they call him Turtle Boy was shocking, and I enjoyed that little twist. It's not that I didn't see it coming. It's just I enjoyed it a lot. And then in the Scrape, that twist really came out of nowhere. I like that twist. Jacked was just a fun little read, and Hellbound Heart is just fantastic. If you've never read The Hellbound Heart, read it. It's great. But those are my favorite novellas, and I already told you my favorite novels, being WZMB by Andre Duza, Pet Sematary by Stephen King, Knuckle Supper by Drew Steppick, The Traveling Vampire Show by Richard Lehman, and Fear by Ronald Kelly. Those are my 5 favorite novels, and I told you my favorite novellas. So I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoy the video. It's a different video. I want to do this once a year, or at least once a year, and just display my favorites. You know, I had to look and see which books I rated highly and stuff like that, because there were some books I originally had on this list, and when I went to read the synopsis, or not the synopsis, my review on it, I didn't initially like it as much as I liked it afterwards, you know. But all these books survived the test of time so far. And yeah, this is not my favorite coming of age novels. That is a totally different list that I already have a video up, but that list is due to change soon. So I'm going to make a new top 10 coming of age novels soon. I just want to read enough to have enough for a video, basically, and there has to be enough change for a video to actually happen. I'm gonna say Boy's Life did fall a few places. It used to be number 3, and now I think it's number 5. When I look back on Boy's Life, it was a great book initially, but the more I think about it, the less I remember about it. Maybe I'm just due for a reread, but I just don't like the book as much as I used to like it, you know? At least when remembering it. Like, I remember some scenes from it, but I don't remember it very well. Like, it didn't impact me that much. At least not as much as the top 3, which are Fear by Ronald Kelly, The Traveling Vampire Show by Richard Lehman, and Voice of the Night by Dean Koontz. Surprisingly, Dean Koontz is above Robert R. McCammon. Surprisingly. I think the reason why Boy's Life is falling down the list is it's not exactly horror, you know? I like horror a lot, and if it's not horror, then it tends to be less liked, if that makes sense, by me. So I think that's why Boy's Life is descending down the list. I I can tell you right now the list for my favorite coming of age novels is Fear by Ronald Kelly, The Traveling Vampire Show by Richard Lehman, The Voice of the Night by Dean Koontz, Those Below the Treehouse by Matt Hayward, and then number 5 is Boy's Life by Robert R. McCammon. I think it's a great book, and it still makes the top 5, but it's slowly slinking down the list. Because there's like The Woods Are Dark is right behind it, which I have fond memories of. The October Boys I have fond memories of. That was like it, but in different. It was really good. And yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a quick little video. It's only 15 minutes right now, but it seems like I talked about a lot. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you have a spooky night, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.
Now I am become death.